Well, hello internet. It's been a while, and by that I mean it's been 7 days since we've talked about guitars and stuff. It is still insane outside, I'm still in my house, and probably will be for the foreseeable future. But a couple good things about the state of the world that is currently, affecting literally everyone, is we have a lot more time to play guitar, and I don't have to wear pants, like, ever. And today we're going to be going through what parts you would need if you own a Jackson guitar and want to upgrade it and make sure that it is up to snuff and going to play as best it possibly can. So it'll get out of your way when you're doing all your meedlies on your extremely pointy guitar. So a lot of the nuts that are on there are just going to be plastic, which is not good at all. I was going to say that that's fine, but no, that's not good. Don't put plastic on your guitar because plastic isn't made for guitars. It's not resonant. It's not lubricated. And you know what? It sucks. It probably is bad for the environment too. Yeah, sure, plastic is recyclable, but you're not going to recycle it. You're just going to throw it out. So when you do replace it, throw it in the recycling bin with all your other plastics. Try and at least do something good today. If you have a Jackson guitar and you need to replace the nut, which you do, all of them are going to need the PT6643, and that'll be a drop-in replacement. Might need to sand the height a little bit if it's a little too tall, but throw it on there and see how the height is, and if you need to adjust that, you can just evenly sand the bottom to lower it a bit. And yeah, just take your time, get some beverages, sit down, watch some TV, just sand your nuts. So obviously it goes without saying, I don't know why I said goes without saying because I don't know what to say. If you have a Floyd Rose or a locking nut on there, that nut is not going to fit on there, so don't buy that and then be like, whoa, it doesn't fit. So for the saddles on the Dinky and the Soloist, which are their kind of like Super Strat-ish bodies, they will have Strat style or Fender style saddles on there, and they'll just be the block saddles that you see on there. This obviously applies to non-Floyd Rose style or Floyd Rose equipped guitars, and this does apply to multi-scale guitars. So if the frets are angled and so are the saddles, this, what I'm about to say, also applies to that. Anyway, Strat style or hipshot style bridges, you will need the PS8000-00 or PG8000-00 if you're wanting the String Saver Classics. Again, quick aside, difference between String Saver Originals and String Saver Classics are the originals are entirely made out of our String Saver material and are very resonant, warm sounding, and have a cut around 2K, so they're not as harsh. And the metal saddles, the PG8000s, are a metal saddle, and they just have a insert of our String Saver material, and they will retain that bite of a metal saddle and not be as resonant, but still be a vast upgrade for the stock pop metal bridges that'll be on there. So yeah, those are those bridges. Now, if you've got a Flying V or their Kelly model, or what do they call their Les Paul? Monarch, I think, and it has a two-pneumatic style bridge. They will all be the 6mm post bridges, so that'll be the PS8863- whatever color, and then for the tailpiece, there'll be the metric post tailpieces that you'll need, so the PS8893- whatever color you're needing, just make sure that it says metric when you're buying it. And for any of the Floyd Rose equipped guitars, then our Ghost and String Saver saddles that are in the Floyd Rose style will be a drop-in replacement for that, so that'll be the PN or PS0080, and our Floyd Roses will fit on a bunch of different guitars because they have just a hook on one side for the screw and then a blade on the other, so it can fit in a bunch of differently spaced post guitars. That sentence was really difficult to get out for some reason. And those will drastically reduce the amount of string breakage that you have on your guitar, or completely eliminate it, and also help be a lot more resonant and sustain more and just give you better sounding notes when you're bashing the hell out of them because it's the pointy guitar. And if you're wanting to put the coolest tuners on the pointiest guitar that you own, then any of our 6-in-line tuners will be a drop-in replacement because they come with mounting plates in the box that will adhere to the screw positioning that's on there. Pretty much all the Jackson guitars use just a 45-degree offset screw, super common, so they will come with the brushed aluminum plates for free in the box. Now, if you're wanting black tuners with the black matching plates, you will have to purchase those separately because the ones that come in the box are just the brushed aluminum material ones. So the plates that will be black, the premium plates, will be a PRT 952214-B0. Those will be the black ones that will adhere to the screw positioning that's on there. If the brushed aluminum ones, which you can barely see just popping out there, but if that's, bothers you, or if you're wanting it to be 100%, then you can go with those plates. And in the less common series of their guitars, the Monarch and a couple signature guitars, they do have a 3x3 headstock. So if it is the non-standard hockey stick looking Jackson headstock, then you'll need the 3x3 set. And they still require the same plate, so it is still the offset 45-degree angle screw positioning that's on there, but you will need the PRL 8341-C0 for chrome or B0 for black, and those are the 3x3 headstock tuners that will be a drop-in replacement on those guitars. And if there are any 7-string for the nut, it'll be the PT6748. For the tuners, it'll just be -B7 or -C7 or whichever color you're wanting. And for the saddles, it'll be a 8000-07, and that just designates that it's a 7-string set. Obviously, it's prorated a little more expensive because you're getting more pieces of things that cost money. But yeah, for 7 strings, we've got all the parts you would need for that as well. And that pretty much sums it up for Jackson guitars. They're pretty straightforward with all of their sizings throughout their models. And yeah, if you have any suggestions or questions, leave them right down in the comments below. We've got a like button over there that you should probably hit. And we've got a subscribe button that I know you already did. And there's a bell, I don't know what it does, and there's playlists somewhere, but anyway, be safe. See you next week. Party hard.